All right, sorry, I had to check my phone. Apologies. Oh,
Hey, you
oh,
got
are we on? We're recording.
we're
Oh,
recording.
hey,
Oh, wait.
here we
Oh,
go. We're at it.
hey, it's
Welcome
kind of.
back.
Remember when you read that Christmas story to all of us?
Yeah, that's been a couple of
Yeah,
years.
that's been wild. Read the. Oh, are we live?
Excuse me. Welcome to the Alaska Sports Talk
Yeah,
podcast.
we
Isaiah
had the
Vreeman,
fire.
Brad Lowers.
We had the fire crackling.
We had the fire crackling. Yeah. Myself, Keaton Homer. Glad to have you along. A little bit different. I mean, doing it in the springtime.
Yeah, just a
Uh,
tad.
I feel like we need some type of springtime poem. Maybe I can do that next week. Lead off with that.
Oh, we
But
could. Casey at the bat.
hey,
I
that's a
I
good one. Yeah,
hey, I remember having to do that in grade school. I had to recite that poem.
that is
I
true.
couldn't
Can't
remember
do it
any of it,
now.
and I can't do that now. No.
It it looked extremely rocky for the Midvale Nine that day. The score was 2-4 with but an inning left to play. But when Burroughs died at second and Casey did the same, a pal to read the features of the patrons of the game.
Oh
That's
my.
that's really all I got.
Hey,
That's awesome.
that's
Off the
pretty
top of
impressive.
your head.
Wow. Yeah,
Kudos to
that's
you, Brad.
yeah, no
But
lie.
That's good
Dang.
stuff.
I got
Oh,
That's
I got some
impressive.
for Isaiah, right? Isaiah, I'm hitting I'm hitting the Muldoon turn and the curve there, Tudor into Muldoon. And I see something in the road and I'm going to pick up my grandson and I don't know, it's like a short post or something. And I don't really slow down, but as I get a little closer, I'm slowing down because it's a goose. It's sitting right in the middle of the lane. And from Seinfeld,
Hmm.
pigeons, birds, we
Pigeons.
got to deal with them.
Got to deal with them.
So so it starts walking one way, and so I'm swerving, and I think the guy behind me thinks I've been drinking early in the morning, but the goose never missed. And I mean, I just hit it at 45, 50. And when I finally, pulled up to Colton's house, I went and looked up front. There was no sign of it. So some kind of miracle, but
Wow.
I thought we had a deal.
uh,
Well, we
that's
had to deal with
crazy.
the pigeons.
Oh. Man, if you had a goose doing 45, that would have been,
Oof.
there would have been evidence. I
Yeah,
mean,
you would think. Yeah, you would definitely think.
Yeah.
like,
I'm
oh,
afraid to pick up the hood.
yeah, yeah. There you go. Well, hopefully there's no remnants of the goose. Or you could have a feast if you wanted, I guess. But I mean, be well done, be tender.
Would be
Yeah.
would
Well,
be tenderized for
Yeah,
sure.
it
Yeah.
would be. It would be.
little cane sauce. I think that might
Hey,
work.
there you go. It might.
Oh, that's yikes.
Oh, oh, we're off topic. We're here to talk about the best team in Major League Baseball, the Atlanta Braves,
Stop
taking down the
talking right
Seattle
there.
Mariners today.
Yes. Oh, good job. Way to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Well, the
Yeah,
the Mariners beat
Mariners
the Braves yesterday, but
Mariners are
uh,
so good. Yeah.
hey, they were good last year.
Oh, they were
Last
good
year.
last
Yeah.
year.
Last year. I mean,
Yeah.
they're 17 and 20 now, 11-11 at home.
Yeah. Oh, they're just tearing it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're oh
Well,
yeah.
Rubber
Just
match tomorrow.
they're right on line in that league. I mean, the
yeah,
American League West
Oh,
up
it's
for
awful.
grabs.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's if you're gonna struggle, that's the division. That's one of the divisions to do it in. That's good. But yikes.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the AL West, the Athletics, not even have a team or like a town name. It's just the Athletics, leading that division. And then you got Seattle 2 games behind, Rangers a couple of games behind, Astros 4 games behind. But yeah,
Yeah.
totally up for grabs. So
It's
it's bad when you're losing or you're 2 games back of a team that doesn't even have a town. I mean,
yeah, it's not good. But on the flip side, at least the football team won the Super Bowl. So that's
oh my
that's
gosh.
that's that's good.
Uh,
And what
uh,
your team, the Mariners, Keaton, they're doing pretty well, right? Your team,
My
Mariners?
team, like my son's baseball team, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Connect Little League will get started, next week. Opening ceremonies coming up this week, and yep,
I'm just so happy you've been exposed to all
yeah,
that so much. It's been
we
it's
got
been great.
we got the hats and uniforms. We're distributing hats and unis on Friday, so
Makes me so happy.
yeah,
It
it's
does. Makes me so happy.
Yeah, I got a nice smile on my face for that one. Anyway, it's all good. Obviously, baseball in full swing, along with softball as well here in the state of Alaska. So we'll recap a little bit of baseball action, take a look at the Cook Inlet Conference standing, also the Railboat standings so far early on as league play just started up, as they're just starting to get into the heart of conference play. I don't know if you guys looked at the baseball schedule, like the next 2 weeks. It is packed over the next 2 weeks, chock full of games. There's not a day that there's not a game on the schedule, at least for the Cook Inlet Conference,
I
other than
believe it.
Sunday.
I
I
believe
mean,
it.
every day.
Well, I'll tell you why I believe it. So I turned down Monday, Keaton,
Yeah.
but I just got done working a game. I'm scheduled for Wednesday, which I accepted. But I'm kind of hesitating because I got Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, I mean, it's hard on the players, but I tell you, it's hard on me having been a veteran of many baseball campaigns. And just think about what's happening with the weather. We were talking to Willie Paul, who knows everything there is to know about baseball, including how to coach a team. But he was just talking, thinking about the weather and how tough it was early on. And I don't know if you guys remember Friday night. I thought my house was going to blow down. And Saturday, I ran into one of those umpires, and I just thought, man, there's no way they finished that game last night. And he said, no, he was there till 10 o'clock at night. And then he was ready to do a game the next day at 12. So a lot of weather today. I think it might have hit 50 today, and that's been the high that we've seen so far. I'm the king of the JV games. They don't let me have any varsity games, but the JV coaches all recognize me, and most of them don't care for me.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know many managers or head coaches of baseball teams that do care for umpires. I mean, you know, at
As a
least when they're
general
on the
rule,
field, when they're in the ballpark, probably not a high, thought. When away from it, probably get along great. But
Well, one thing today is I was the only umpire that showed up. So
well, then they love you.
yeah,
yeah,
then the
Yeah.
fact that
Yeah.
they can have a game.
Exactly.
Levi Robinson and Tom Moe, both of them, well behaved and
that's
appreciative
good.
and good JV teams. So
Have
fun
you
to do.
ever ejected a coach from a game in your umpiring
Well,
career?
Keaton, can you figure out who KT from Midtown is? Have I
KT,
ever talked
yeah,
about
yeah.
Kate? Kate.
Okay, I think
So
so.
KT from Midtown, he's always after me. He goes, "Did you eject a coach today? Why don't you eject a coach?" And he's just all over it. And I was hesitant, although I knew what the experience was like from the other side of it. But one day at Reddington, this guy just power drives somebody like a middle linebacker, and I looked at the other ump. He was a supervisor. And it was just even his own team wanted him ejected. So
Oh,
it's been a pretty limited. I got one Chugiak guy. You can't say that word almost anywhere, but you
oh,
certainly can't say it right in front of your crowd. So, anyways, my ejections have been very limited, but
over or under
I've
three?
worked on throwing the arm. What's that?
Over or under three?
I think it's under 3. One
Okay, all
guy I
right,
let
not
come
bad.
back because it was Father's Day and others on his team had to go.
What?
So,
Well, I thought maybe I was going to get like a Bobby
so
Valentine story where he wears some sunglasses and a fake mustache and he's just hiding out in the corner or something. But okay. Father's Day. All
yeah.
right.
Well, I remember being at Moquet, peeking through the wall because you get the one game where you get thrown, and then you have an extra game, which that certainly improved my behavior. But one thing I did do, Keaton, is when after a game, you can get thrown out after a game. So I went and saw another JT, this one the umpire, and you know, he booted me, and then like a major league umpire, now I'm going to get my money's worth. You know, so
I did
hey,
not
I
know.
already got booted. I already got booted.
I didn't realize you could get booted after a game.
Oh
That's impressive.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it can happen twice. That can
Oh,
happen twice.
okay, all right. And there's our fireside chat with Brad Lowers, everybody. Thank you. All right, no, I like it. Uh, Cooking the conference baseball, starting up league play. Had a league game on Friday this past weekend, actually, May 1st. Diamond and Bartlett getting league play underway. Diamond, the Lynx, with a huge 10-run win, 11-1 over the Bartlett Golden Bears. West and Eagle River played in a non-league match. 16-2 win for the West Anchorage Eagles over the Eagle River Wolves. This past Saturday, Service with a 12-1 league win over Bartlett. Chugiak losing their first game in a non-conference game against Wasilla 5-3. West again back-to-back games against Eagle River, putting up an 18 spot against the Wolves. South taking down Diamond on Saturday 10-1 after Diamond put up 11 runs the previous day against Bartlett. So that kind of gets you caught up on the weekend action as we go into from here on out. Everything is league games coming up today, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way up through the rest of the month, and then going on into the Cook and the Conference tournament, and then the state tournament to begin the month of June as well. So you take a look at the Cook Inlet Conference standings coming into Tuesday night. See if I can get this refreshed and updated. Cook Inlet Conference standings right now. Service 1-0, 7-0 overall. Top of the conference right now. South is 1-0, 7-3 overall. Diamond 1-1 in Cook Inlet Conference play. They're 6-3. Chugiak has not played a league game yet, but they are 7-1. West has not played a game in Cook Inlet Conference. East and Eagle River have not either, and Bartlett is 0-2 in conference play. So it'll be interesting once over the next couple of weeks to see how things, kind of shake themselves out. Obviously, we've seen West put up a lot of runs, Service and South. Chugiak has a high-powered offense, but once these teams, it's hard to gauge when you're playing against one another. I feel like in non-league games. I mean, they're going to be league opponents at some point or conference opponents. So are you throwing your best guys? Are you messing around with the lineup a little bit just to experiment? It's always interesting when you get a Diamond South non-conference game, in week 2 of the baseball season or something like that. Because, are you really going to show your hand here this early on of the year?
One thing, Keaton, interesting that you said Diamond South because they actually played tonight. My understanding is South was well in control. But I think as far as pre-conference play, you make a good point that people need to find pitchers, and that goes from Little League, from your Mariner team, all the way through the majors, and particularly, this 13, 14, you have to protect arms, and so especially early in the season, you shouldn't have a guy out there for 5, 6, 7 innings because that's not something his arm's really ready to do. Plus, you don't want to go in the season with 3 guys. You got to get 4, 5, 6 guys, even if they're not overpowering, if you got guys that can throw strikes and maybe you get ahead and you can, send in a pitcher. So I think it's a lot of time for coaches to experiment and try to expand their roster in terms of pitching.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I mean, you got to be able to find at least, it seems like the teams that have done well, gotten to a state championship, they have at least 3 arms to kind of, get them over the hump, so to speak. You might have 2 aces, but then your third guy is kind of a serviceable starter, so to speak. It seems like teams that have just 2 go-to pitchers and then just kind of throwing other guys out there, from the bullpen, they seem to struggle a little bit more. But if you got 3, that seems to make life a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think we saw that with Sitka last year, and I know seeing a lot in the state tournament. It's different. Like in Legion, they have double elimination. Well, you get to a high school state tournament, that's all going to be played in 3 days.
Right.
So if you have a guy and its number of pitches and all those things. But usually, a lot of I would say, smarter coaches, they're going to pitch that top guy in game one, unless it's a real mismatch, because you got to win game two. But just like you said, you got to have three, because in a 3-game state tournament, it's unlikely that you're going to be able to use your ace, over and over to win a couple
Right.
games.
Well, you mentioned Sitka, Caleb Calhoun this past weekend uh, had 17 strikeouts, and he lost a no-hit bid in the final inning with 2 outs remaining. And I think there was 17 strikeouts. Yeah, the most by a player since 2018. Uh, that's crazy to think about. 17 Ks over the course of the game. And he was a fantastic pitcher last year for the Sitka Wolves. Yeah, in 7 innings, he had, let's see, he walked 3, hit 1, threw 113 pitches, 73 of which were strikes. So that's
Wow.
really, really impressive. Um, Chad Benz, back in 1999, Juneau Douglas Crimson Bear fame, I think he had 19, which is the record set back in 99. So 2 off that record. But yeah, Caleb Calhoun, shout out to him for his performance against Ketchikan, losing that no-hit bid with 2 outs. That's going to be rough. I don't know how they got that one hit. It doesn't say. Are you bunting? If you got the no hitter, let's talk about that. If you got the no hitter going against you and you're up top of the 7th inning, you got 2 outs. Are you gonna bunt? Do you try a bunt? Try to bunt for a hit? Is that like acceptable?
I think that's a non-baseball play.
Ah,
It's like I think Pete Rose, when he had the hitting streak going, he's trying to keep it going, and he got mad at the pitcher for throwing him a curveball or something, and not playing him straight up.
right.
But Keaton, you were mentioning some of the Alaskans doing well elsewhere, and Learman um, is one that's he's pitching down at University of Washington, and we're hearing that he's doing some good things down there and is kind of a regular part of their pitching rotation. So, former Eagle River pitcher, and we'll keep an eye on him. I think he's another one we often talk about. Son of a coach, that type of thing. You mentioned Chad Benz, and so he's not a spring chicken, because he pitched for a team called the Montreal Expos. I don't
Hmm.
know, if that many people remember the Montreal Expos, but they were a major league team
They were. They
back
were.
in the
Yeah.
day.
Or
Yeah. All the way up until 2007, I think. Somewhere in that neighborhood before the Nationals
Yeah.
came into the picture there. You mentioned Liam Learman and what he's doing at the University of Washington. I think, I'm trying to see how many innings he's pitched. 30 and 2/3 innings on the year so far on the season. He has. I'm trying to see how many strikeouts on the season in terms of so far this year. Oh, come on, give it to me. Where are we at? He's 2-2 in terms of wins. He's gotten 2 wins, 2 losses. ERA 5.28. It's not horrible, but where's his strikeouts? Give me the strikeouts. That's what everybody wants to know. Where's the K's? Ah, it's not showing me the K's. But anyway, he's having a fantastic year uh, for the University of Washington. A lot of players playing at the Division I level coming from the state of Alaska. Cohen Nicolai down at Arizona State. Rylan, his brother, who's playing at Service right now, going to be joining him at Arizona State. Rylan Nicolai has been doing some fantastic stuff early on in this baseball season. Had a couple of home runs to start the year. Brad, I think you were talking with Willie Paul, and he was also doing some, I think, stuff down in Canada or something like that. He was at some showcase or
Yeah,
something.
he just went on a trip to Canada. I don't know exactly how Willie refer to that maybe like a pro showcase, and he had a couple runs there, home runs there. And Keaton, I think you mentioned on previous broadcasts that we've kind of emphasized the Arizona State angle, but baseball kind of different from a lot of other pro sports where you can go right out of high school, and
Yeah.
that can be an option. So, and really, I guess the idea is, you may go either way, depending on a bonus. Some people are willing. I should bring this up for Isaiah. I was looking up Brian Wu the other day, who until recently was a really
Yeah.
good pitcher for
Yeah.
the Mariners, but he spent a couple years with the Oilers, so Peninsula Oilers. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We're talking about high school baseball now, but you later we'll have to do a thing on Alaska baseball and all the folks that have played there over the years. That's certainly something to be proud of. And speaking of the pilots, we'll just kind of keep segueing into Mulcahy Park's open for the first time this week. They're sneaking in a few games, and also the Kaczynski Fields. And Willie Paul's telling me they're out there with the sump pumps, and apparently all the geese that I haven't hit, and they're getting those fields dry. And it's pretty cool for, I think, those kids to get out of Mulcahy to play on the same field where a lot of these greats have played in the past, and they can do that here in the spring. And then there's a few dates during the year where they can get in. It's kind of a cool deal for them to be able to do that.
No, it is cool. I saw that the Anchorage Fire Department was actually in Mulcahy, like kind of cleaning things up, like getting snow off the bleachers and all the old dirt and everything that gathers up over the winter season, and kind of cleaning everything up so it can be ready to go. But uh, I didn't think personally that we were going to be in Mulcahy as early as we were. The snow was actually melted faster than I thought it uh, around town. So it's good to see that we're going to get some games in at Mulcahy Stadium with cooking that conference baseball, and then like you mentioned, Brad, the Alaska Baseball League will be fired up for the summer before we know it, um, as well. Staying with high school baseball, I want to give you the other conference standings so far on the year. Southeast Conference, Juneau Douglas out in front right now, 5-1, followed by Sitka. They're 5-6-1. There is a tie in there for Sitka. Ketchikan is 2-6. Railbelt Conference right now being led by the Soldotna Stars. They're 6-0. Wasilla 6-2 with one of those wins coming over the Chugiak Mustangs last week. 3-2 are the Palmer Moose. Colony is 3-7-1. Mid-Alaska Conference, North Pole is 1-2, Lathrop 0-2, and West Valley 0-4 to round out Division One baseball so far on the year. So kind of get you caught up. Month of May is going to be crazy with baseball over the next couple 3 weeks. Softball also in full swing as well here in Alaska. Trying to find some softball standings, and those are a little bit harder to come by.
The
In
softball
terms,
standings, there's a little bit on Max Preps, but it doesn't look like they've gotten a ton of games in. South 2-0, Diamond 2-1,
yeah,
East 1-1, Bartlett 3-2, and most of that's non-conference, and then some conference. I mean, it's not a ton quite yet.
right.
Soccer's
Even I
gotten
think
quite a few games in so far.
I think I'm your expert on conditions of the field, and I just
Okay.
drove by Joe Albrecht today, where they play those softball games. And really, today was the first time I saw a few cars out there, and things didn't look too bad as I was speeding down the roadway. So they look ready to start their games, and of course that's mostly a dirt field type thing. Cartier is a lot of turf where I think there's it's the captain's game, they pick teams from all over, but that's another story. So a lot of things going on with baseball, softball, adult league softball, pilots, Bucks, um, the Valley team.
Yeah.
So if you like
That's
baseball, you're going to like this time. Basically, you drive by any field, you drive by Bartlett, where most of the games have been played. It's all turf. You drive by Mulcahy. If you like baseball, there's a lot of places, and even Little League, Kinnick Field's about to get going. Abbott Rabbit Fields, um, Diamond West over there at Jade Park. So
tis the season. That is for sure.
tis
It
the
is.
season.
Yep.
It's an American game.
It is. Yeah, it is. What is not considered an American game is soccer, and a lot of people's purview. But we'll talk soccer. Cook Inlet Conference standings so far on the season. Diamond right now undefeated in conference play, 7-0 with a tie as well. They're 9-0 so far on the season overall. Behind him is West at 6-2. Remember West Anchorage, your defending state champions from a year ago. Chugiak is 5-3. South 5-3. Service 5-4. East 2-5. Eagle River 1-6, and Bartlett yet to win a conference game. They're 0-8. Railbelt standings. West Valley is 5-0. Colony 2-2, along with Juneau Douglas. Lathrop 1-4, and Wasilla is 0-2 in Division One boys soccer standings so far this year. So it's only 3 weeks away from the state championships for soccer.
Yeah, soccer. Well, no. Yeah, actually, conference. Well, I don't think they do conference anymore. Yeah, state soccer is May 28, 29, and 30 out in the valley.
Yeah. So it's coming up fast.
It
We'll have to
is.
get our good friend Caleb Q on to have some soccer conversations and get caught up on everything going into the playoffs and give us a rundown.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
he's got the ins and outs of the soccer
Yeah,
universe in the state of
it
Alaska.
seems like those coaches from different events, they know even more than we do about their particular sport.
No way.
It's
Get out of here.
Sounds odd.
Who would have
And
thought?
then Isaiah, I think we should be like the Tonight Show. This week or this month on the Tonight Show, Morgan Hold's going to join us next week. Eventually, Willie Paul, and we can drop in those names, to kind of promote, upcoming events.
Those are the teases. We try to do teases as much as possible.
That's what we call it
And
in the business. Yeah.
almost no one refuses to come on. Almost. Yeah. Very, very close.
Very close. I was noticing something. I know we mentioned the guys' soccer standings, and I know we'll talk girls' soccer standings, but like Diamond, for instance, they're 9-0-1 overall. 51 goals for, 8 against. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Then you look at girls soccer. South, they won the championship last year, if I'm not mistaken, the South girls. They're 9-0. They have 111 goals for, and they have 2 against. 111 to 2.
That's wild.
I mean, wow.
Are we sure that's right? That's crazy.
That is unreal.
I think there's a couple things that I think about soccer. One is, you're playing a team that maybe you could beat them 12-0, but you could beat them by name the score. And some people play more people and, just win comfortably. And some people will not, try to pad stats and drive it up there. I'm not saying anybody is, but I'm just saying that's a possibility. But to bring baseball back into play, and, hockey works the same way. You have a great goalie in soccer. That can really change, teams that there's a disparity. It might even out with a great goalie. Same true in hockey, and in baseball, it comes down to a pitcher. So there's certain positions that, when it comes right down to it, just have tremendous value in those particular sports.
Well, you mentioned the girls soccer standings, Isaiah. South is 9-0. So if the numbers are correct in terms of goals scored per game, they're averaging over just a little over 12 goals a game so
Keaton,
far.
I've pulled up their schedule.
Okay.
They've won a game 23-0, 9-1, 7-1, 20-0, 11-0, 16-0, 14-0. I mean,
You sure
wow.
this isn't the South football team?
Wow.
Like, I think John Lewis would be happy with some of those scores.
Yeah, he would be very happy with some of those scores.
Like, holy mackerel.
Yeah, wow.
I knew South was good. I knew, and they've had the Bailey sisters over the years. I think Brianna Bailey is there currently, kind of leading the way for the Wolverines. Obviously, there's a lot of other players on the team that contribute, but they've had a huge impact on the program over the last few years.
The next closest one for goals scored is Chugiak with 58. 4.
That's insane.
And they're 8-2-1 overall. 58 goals for, 24 against. I mean,
I've never seen anything like that in terms of
wow.
goal discrepancy. I mean, goals for in terms of first and second like that. I mean, okay, maybe 10, 15 goals, but doubling them up. I mean,
wow,
that's
that
crazy.
that is wild.
Can I throw in a Mark Twain right here?
Sure.
He says there's lies, and then he didn't put it exactly this way, but he said darn lies, and then there's statistics. So I don't give an overwhelming amount of attention to those kind of numbers. That's just me.
Okay. All right.
Well, yeah,
and he
that
says
makes
you
sense.
play 9 games and you're averaging over 12 goals a game. I think that's impressive.
It's you've got some good players if you're doing that. That's wow.
Well, I think it's 10 to 12 is impressive. 25 doesn't impress me. That team's playing without a goalie. There's something going on.
You might not be wrong there. Might not be wrong. Give you the rest of the cookie in that conference standing. South at the top, undefeated. Chugiak behind him at 5-1. Services actually 6-2. So flip Service and Chugiak. So Services in second, Chugiak in third. Diamond at 5-2. West is at 3-4. Eagle River 2-5. Bartlett 0-7, and East 0-8. The Rail Belt so far on the season. Colony is 4-1. 3-1 are the Juneau Douglas Crimson Bears. Wasilla is 2-1. West Valley is 2-3, and Lathrop is 0-5 to round out Division I girls soccer. So again, it looks like South, the Wolverines are the team to beat on the girls side of things. We'll see how things kind of shake out. But yeah, I mean, how many do they get to 150 on the season? The regular season?
Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I mean,
okay.
It'd be hard to not say yes at this point. I mean, they've already gotten 111.
See, they're going to listen to this podcast and they're going to be like, yeah, we'll show these guys 150. We're going to put up 200. Like, I don't know, but like,
well, I mean, yikes. I don't know what they have rest on their schedule. I mean, I've clicked off on that already, but my word, it's hard to bet against them at this point right now. I mean, my word.
I wonder what the most in a season is for a team. Like, I don't know if we have stats like that, but
that's a good question. I don't know.
Oh, Brad's going in and out.
That's in a row, which I think the Service girls under Mike Montgomery. That might be an exact number, but and that is pretty impressive. We have so many top teams now. It's hard to have, I think, in sport anymore. I think he's recent way, if you break it down that way. I think that's a stat that really kind of catches my interest.
Brad, you were cutting in and out there a little bit. We were getting most of the words. Most of the words.
There was a big crowd around my desk.
I don't know what's going on. We're losing Brad.
I think we're losing Brad.
You got a dart in your neck, man.
Yeah.
We're losing you, man. If you know the movie,
that's still one of the greatest movie scenes ever. It's a dart in your neck. You're crazy.
We're losing it here. We're losing it.
You're crazy. I like you, but you're crazy.
Am I on right now?
You're on. Well, I think we can hear you, but your video's frozen.
You're on, off. You're both.
Okay. Is the audio on?
The audio is better than the video. Yes.
Yes.
So you have one more audio, and I'll jump off if you need to. You tell me if I'm.
You jump off and get back on really quick. We're gonna wrap this thing up here in a second. But
we're gonna wrap this up anyway because
you mentioned the upcoming schedule for the girls South soccer team, Isaiah. They take on Chugiak this week, so that'll be an interesting test for them to see how they handle the Mustangs. Although they beat Chugiak earlier 9-1 on the season, so we'll see how the second go around goes for the Mustangs. And they'll play Diamond West, Eagle River, and Service, and then wrap up the regular season with 2 games down at Juneau. So
that might be their toughest test at Juneau.
At Juneau, it's always
a little dicey down there.
You never know, man. Going on the road anywhere in this state, it's always dicey. Well, I don't care where you're going.
And soccer teams for high school don't travel that terribly much, especially the ASD teams. Not big flights like that. Now I know a lot of those girls are club girls stuff, so they're traveling for club games anyway. But it'll definitely be interesting to see. We flagged it, so we'll come back and check.
We will. So we shall. Getting ready to wrap up things here on this episode of the Alaska Sports Talk Podcast. Want to make mention of this. Kamaka Hepa, obviously a terrific basketball star here in the state of Alaska. Now playing professionally overseas, playing in Croatia, put up 21 points in his last outing playing in Croatia in an 84-74 win for his team. He did it on 8 of 11 shooting, by the way. So that's pretty good. Good shooting percentage for Kamaka, and also had 7 rebounds and a couple of steals as well. His team, I believe, they're 24-8 on the season so far. So Kamaka Hepa averaging, I think, pretty close to a double-double. I know he's averaging right around 15-ish points over the last few games. So having a pretty good season overseas, playing for Croatia, a Croatian team.
Absolutely.
So, always good to see some Alaskans doing some big things on the worldwide stage. That's for sure. Yeah. Brad, anything before we sign it off?
Am I back in?
You're back in. Yes.
Okay.
We got you.
So, in honor, I think I heard something like this in the draft. And of course, we want to remind everybody that Mother's Day is coming up. And you certainly want to get your mom a card and get her some flowers. And you want to be sure to tell her to like and subscribe.
So, like and subscribe.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
All the moms out there.
I like it. It is going to be Mother's Day coming up on Sunday. So an awesome reminder. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. That's a good PSA.
That is a great PSA.
Yes. Like and subscribe to the Alaska Sports Talk Podcast. I like it. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. What'd you get me? What did I get? A subscription to the Alaska Sports Talk Podcast.
We made sure to like this for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I think that's a very wise idea.
And now every time mom opens up Spotify, AST is right there, you know.
It's the
So
least you can do for your mom.
it is. It is. But don't forget the flowers.
Yeah,
Make sure you do
that's
that.
important part too.
Flowers, card, maybe take her to brunch, whatever. So
Yeah, not a bad idea.
not a bad idea.
All
So.
good ideas.
All right. Well, I think it's going to do it for this episode of the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. We'll be back at it next week. Hopefully, get some potential interviews lined up. I know we're trying to get Morgan Ho, the new UAA volleyball coach, on the pod. So be on the lookout for that. Trying to schedule it in for next week if all goes well. So that'll be our next interview that we'll have on the Alaska Sports Talk podcast. We'll also start catching up, as I mentioned, with some soccer and getting some insights as we get into the later stages of the season and on into the playoffs and state championships for Alaska State soccer as well. It's going to be a busy month of May, that's for sure.
It
Baseball,
is.
soccer,
Yep.
softball, track and field. You have Isaiah this weekend. And what is
Solo and ensemble.
Solo and ensemble, yeah.
Yep.
So there you will be singing or playing your heart out. No.
Well, I might be singing while
Okay.
I'm producing the music event. I
There
won't.
you go.
I just won't be able to help myself.
Okay.
They might have to shush me a little bit, but
Okay.
it's all right.
Last time you played an instrument was
Ooh, college?
okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think
I,
tuba
Isaiah,
or the baritone, one of the two.
do you sing like Will Ferrell in Elf? You know, I'm
Yeah,
singing.
I'm singing and I'm singing.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that
Uh,
and the Catalina wine mixer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
As Keaton would say, I like it.
I do. I do like it. I do like that. Yeah. Like and subscribe too.
Like
There
and
you go.
subscribe.
All right. Well, a lot going on in this month. We'll try to keep you informed with everything that's going on. For Isaiah Freeman, Brad Lowers, myself, Keaton Homer, we'll catch you next week right here on the Alaska Sports Talk podcast.